Andrew Tate's rise to fame was one of the fastest and most notorious blow-ups of 2022, becoming the most Googled man in the world, his interviews easily reaching hundreds of millions of views, 4.6 million followers on Instagram, and almost 1 million subscribers on his YouTube channel before being famously banned on every social media platform. I think the entire world knows why Andrew Tate was banned, but the question is, why did he become so influential and so big in a short span of time? To understand this, we must understand what the landscape of social media influencers was like prior to Tate's blow-up. With YouTube's rules becoming stricter due to advertising deals, YouTubers became more and more careful with what they could say and put out, as well as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. Although much earlier, the state of the world was also changing from being a society valuing family and men being the head of the household to shaming traditional values and religious ideologies, encouraging feminism, female promiscuity, and promoting trans rights. The world was heading in a more progressive direction. These liberal ideologies were promoted by social media as well as government institutions. Any influencers that preached anti-establishment or went against the liberal ideals would face some type of penalty, either losing sponsors or getting community guideline strikes, eventually getting banned. Essentially, almost all influencers became tamed and more in line with liberal ideals. It got to the point where saying something like men are physically stronger than women or trans women shouldn't compete in sports with natural women was seen as crazy and hateful. With the state of the internet having influencers like Logan Paul and Ethan Klein, the rise of Andrew Tate was inevitable. Andrew was someone that really didn't care what anyone would think when he spoke. He was brutally honest and unapologetically being himself, preaching what most would call red pill ideas. On podcasts, Andrew would say any and everything, not holding back on any subject, not caring if it would make him look bad.
In the history of humanity, across any culture, any book, any story, any fable, there has never been across the history of humanity any respect put on the name of a promiscuous female, ever. Ever. You name the biggest conquerors that you can possibly name from history. Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great, all of them. They all had 100 wives, bunch of children, Big G, conquered the world. Normal. That is normal evolutionary biology. That's how men are designed to be. There's never been a single female who's been celebrated for her promiscuity, ever in history. It's always been frowned upon and disgusting.
Many guys felt like Tate was the guy saying what most men were thinking but were too afraid to say. Men struggling with mental health or having a hard life felt like they had a voice and were being heard through Andrew. He preached anti-establishment agendas and how to escape the matrix. Andrew was the perfect guy to promote these ideas due to his image of being the top G, kickboxing world champion, and of course, super rich. How could someone like Andrew become so famous talking about the things he spoke about? The more influence Andrew got, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at the time decided that his content was harmful and dangerous. On August 22nd, 2022, he was banned from every platform possible. Tate called it an orchestrated attack from the Matrix. He spoke about knowing prior to the ban that it would happen and said they proved his point, and next they would imprison him due to his subject matter.
The truth is this. So I knew it was coming. I absolutely not knew it was coming because of how orchestrated it was. The only thing, and I'll state this at the beginning, the only reason I'm upset by being canceled is because I've expired one of my lives. Because first you get canceled, then they make up a reason to put you in jail, and if that fails, they kill you. So now I'm down to my last 2 lives, which is also why while I'm answering this question, I'm still being careful how I'm answering it. I'm not telling you
scary
everything.
shit.
It's scary because they've given me the warning, and I'm still running my mouth.
Yeah.
So that's scary.
But Andrew's influence didn't stop after getting banned. In fact, he only got bigger. Moving to the platform Rumble, he reached 1 million subscribers on a fairly unknown platform. Tate continued talking about the things he did prior to being banned, and yet again, government and social media would prove Tate right. Because just 3 months later, on the 29th of December 2022, Andrew was arrested on suspicion of human trafficking, rape, and forming an organized crime group, and he would spend 3 months in jail, getting released on house arrest. Soon after, he was allowed to travel within Bucharest and now in the whole of Romania. The case is not over and it's looking like he's innocent. But Tate didn't care about sponsors or being banned. He just wanted to open people's mind to his truth. And this is why Andrew Tate is an icon, up there with the likes of Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, and Alex Jones.